What's going on, you guys? This is MXKD. I have another Dell Optiplex 980 mini tower and upgrades. So first off, we're going to remove the side cover panel here. There's a latch to remove the side cover panel. And first off, we're going to start off from the power supply right here. It's a 255 watt, and what you're going to do is you need a Phillips screwdriver, and there'll be 4 screws in the back right here. Get that removed, and you're going to disconnect all the cables here from the hard drive power optical drive right here, and the 4-pin you're going to disconnect right there. It's going to be connected, so you're going to disconnect it, and there'll be a little pin right here, 4-pin. You press on it with your finger to release it, the lock to disconnect, and you disconnect the 24-pin right here, mini. And it does have a pin right here in the middle too. You have to put with your finger, press on it to release it. And make sure you disconnect all the other cables here. Now, I'll show you guys what you have to do. Let me lift this up. You can disconnect this little clip right here that holds the cables. Get that disconnected from the power supply. And the side cables right here. And the last one right there, the other cable. And there'll be a little clip right here. Secure clip. You see the blue one right there on the bottom? So what you're going to do is you press with the screwdriver to release the lock. So you press on it to release the lock to move the power supply. And so we're going to remove the power supply, and what you're going to do is it's a 255 watt power supply in here. So we got that removed, and I'm going to be installing the Antec 450 watt. You can use any other brands you want. Antec 450 watt power supply works perfectly fine. And so let me go ahead and install it. So I'm going to move this a little bit closer here. And the fan is going to be, the fan right here, the fan is going to be facing down, not the other way, this way right there. So we install the power supply. You're going to install back the screws, 4 screws in the back. And connect, I'll show you guys you need a ATX. It's a power supply 24-pin to mini 24-pin right here. That's what you need. See, this is how small it is. So this is compared to the big one to the power supply right here, and it changes to mini 24-pin. That's what you need for the Dell Optiplex 980. Again, it's called power supply to 24-pin to mini 24-pin right here for Dell Optiplex 980. And you're going to connect right here. This is the power supply 24-pin. You're going to connect that. And the mini is going to connect right to the motherboard. Really easy. And they sell those adapters online. They're really cheap. And they're called, again, the power supply 24-pin to mini 24-pin. This is a mini 24-pin right here. So we're going to connect that to the motherboard. Right there. Okay, we connected that. Now you're going to connect the 4-pin to the motherboard right here, and it's going to be right there in the corner right there. You can see, can you see it's right there? Now what we need to do is we're going to go ahead and upgrade hard drive. Show you guys how to do that. And what you're going to do is disconnect the SATA cable here, and there's a little the caddy right here. You press your fingers to release the hard drive like this, and upgrade into another hard drive, and just take the plastic caddy, go like this, and it connects right back. The little clips right here holds it. So just like that, really easy, really quick. And install it back. And connect the SATA cable, and you connect the power like this to it, and you're done. And so I'll show you guys how to upgrade to solid state drive. This is going to be the harder part. And so disconnect the power SATA cable, remove that, and what you're going to do is disconnect the hard drive. And here's the hard drive caddy. Here's the solid state drive. And the way you do it is you can install it. It's gonna go like this. See where the right part is, the metal part? It's gonna be connected to like this to the hard drive. They sell this caddy online, and I'll give you guys the model, the part number. The part number is 0R494D. Again, this is the model. Again, the part number for the Dell caddy is 0R494D, and this is for the plastic caddy. So here's the number again, 0R494D. So the plastic caddy right here is for any solid state drive. 2.5 inch solid state drive will work. So what we're gonna do is connect this like that to it and install it. And before you do that, this is gonna be the hard part. You're gonna disconnect. See this cable over here, the L shape? It's actually like the SATA cable is as L shape, so it's not gonna work. We cannot able to connect it directly to the optical to the solid state drive. So what you're gonna do is put this on the side, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna disconnect the cable here, and we're gonna switch it the other side like this. This is gonna go to the solid state drive. This is gonna be connected to the motherboard. So you're gonna take this right here, the L shape, and connect it directly to the motherboard where the blue color is, just like that. And this will go to the solid state drive connection. So now we're gonna connect solid state drive and the power to the solid state drive like this. See? And just connect it back. We're done. Now what we're gonna do is connect back the optical drive. And what I'll show you guys, let's see, I'll show you guys how to upgrade the optical drive. Let me move this forward here. So this little latch right here, you press on it with your finger to release the plastic clip right here this is for the Dell Optiplex 980. So what we're gonna do is put this on the side here and just remove that optical drive. So here's the optical drive. If you can install a newer one, then what you need to do is you can install the screws back in the other one, same way. One on the right side is one screw here, and the left side there'll be two screws here like this. So I'm gonna install another back, just like that. And if you're missing screws, you want to put another optical drive in here. There will be total 7 screws here. I already used 3 more, so the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can use those extra screws for the optical drive here. This is in the back of the cover here, plastic. So you're gonna put this back on here. We're done. Now connect the SATA cable for the optical drive and the power. Here's the power. We're gonna connect that here. Just like that. So now what we're gonna do is upgrade the processor. And to do that, I'm gonna move this cables here, power cables here, move them in the side here so you guys can see better. Okay, so to do that, you need a screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver, like an extended one, like a longer one, because otherwise you would not be able to remove the heatsink. So what we're gonna do is there'll be 2 screws in the bottom, 2 in the top, right here. And to do that, okay, there'll be 2 screws here. Nope, not that one's. Hold on. Nope. I'll put this back. There's 2 screws right here and 2 right here. So we're gonna go right here and 1 right here, and there are 2 right there. You see 1 right there, 1 right there where the heatsink is at. And the processor in here I have is i5, and I'm going to be upgrading to i7 to 870 quad core. And remove the screw right there. So remove the heatsink. And to do that, I'm probably just gonna go and disconnect right here the 4-pin for the fan to remove the heatsink so you guys can see better. So the processor in here is i5, and we're upgrading to i7 to 870. And there's a little clip right here you guys can see. Try to zoom in the camera. And there's a little clip right here. You press your finger to release the clip, like this. And we're upgrading to i7 870. This is the processor. I'll show you guys. Probably the camera can't focus, but it's an Intel Core i7 870 quad core. And we're gonna remove the processor. Be really careful. So here's the processor. I'll put that here and just install a newer one. And the way you install it is see the cut corners right here, left and the bottom, one on the right, they'll be on the right side. That's how you're gonna install it, right there, like this. That corner is gonna go right there. They'll be on the right side actually. Right there, the cut corners. It will be right there. That's how you're gonna install it. So let me install the processor like that and clip it back in. The little clip right here. Yeah, this SATA hard drive, this SATA cable is on the way. Can't see. Okay, just like that, really easy. And we're gonna put this old processor back in here, the i5. This back. Now, what we have to do is we have to remove the. I have to put the piece of paper here. We have to remove the thermal compound on the heatsink here. Can you see? Here's a thermal compound here. You have to remove that. So to remove that, we have to use. You can use just a credit card, or I'm just trying to wipe it down. Hold on. So hold on. Put this like this. The reason why I put it in paper because you don't want to go on the motherboard. This like the thermal compound's dry, so you can use a credit card, like a plastic credit card, will work perfectly fine to remove the thermal compound out of here, the old one out. And if yours doesn't come off really well, you could use the 50% rubbing alcohol, 70% rubbing alcohol, will work perfectly fine. So mine comes off really easy. So remove the thermal compound. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a paper towel and use a 50% rubbing alcohol. So let me get the rubbing alcohol in here. So let me get some rubbing alcohol. And it's in the bottle I have here, so I'm going to spray it on like this. And just take it and spray it on here. Just like that, and wipe it down. That's good enough. Try to wipe out down the sides of old thermal compound. Just like that. Looks really good. So yeah, it looks good. Now what we're going to do is remove this piece of paper here, the old thermal compound on here. Be really careful. You don't want to drop into the motherboard. So take this off. And we're going to go ahead and reapply thermal compound. And let's see. So here's the heatsink. And you could put thermal compound on the processor in the middle. When you install the heatsink, it will spread evenly like this. Or I'm just going to do it an easier way here. Put it on the heatsink. Be the same way. So you guys can see better. So I'm just going to put it right in the middle like that. That's good enough. And you can use a credit card. I got this little credit card cut like this. You can use a credit card or debit card, something like this. Clean debit card or credit card. You just spread it evenly, and I'm just gonna use it like this. Spread it. The thermal compound evenly. So yeah, it's good enough. Now we're gonna install back the heatsink back, and we're gonna connect back the 4-pin right here back to the motherboard, the fan, and install back the heatsink. Okay, now what we're gonna do, guys, is install the memory, and it's got 2 sticks in here. We're gonna install 2 more sticks right here. They got 4 memory slots here, so we're gonna install total 16 gigs DDR3 memory, 9 SCCM buffer memory. So let me get this disconnected here so you guys can see better the video. So we're gonna move the memory, the old memory, install the new one in here. We're going to install DDR3 9SCM buffer memory. I'm going to be using a Kingston memory, but I like the Corsair, Kingston, and Crucial. Those are the top 3 brands. So let me go ahead and zoom out the camera. And so install the memory. And you're going to hear 2 clicks when the memory is installed properly. You're going to hear 2 clicks like when you install the memory properly, so you guys can hear it. So we install 8 gigs. Now install 2 more sticks. Be 16 total. Let me go this side here. 12. Oh, 16. So we install total 16 gigs of memory. Now we're gonna go ahead and what we're gonna do, guys, we'll be upgrading the video card, and there will be a little latch right here. So with your finger you press it down like this to release the latch and remove the PCI bracket here. Like here is a PCI bracket. We're gonna get that removed. And the video card I'm gonna be installing, guys, is what is it? It's a MSI GT. It's a MSI GeForce GT 710. Again, it's a GeForce GT 710, and this is like basically fanless. It's got a DVI and HDMI port. That's what I need. But other video card you can install is AMD Radeon HD 7470. This works perfectly fine too. Again, AMD Radeon 7470. I see I write the number on there. And it's AMD Radeon HD 7470. Work perfectly fine too. And you can install GeForce GT 730, but the problem is that the heatsink right here, the little plastic here, is too, it barely fits. So right here, you see that's have to be cut right here. A little piece, you have to cut it off right here by like a ½ inch. That's have to be cut. So I'm not gonna do that. Right here, the little corner, that's have to be cut because the heatsink right here is blocking it. And I'll show you guys that the GeForce MSI, this is the GeForce GTX 950, will not fit. So it will not fit in here. It's the heatsink right here blocking it. So it's not gonna fit. It's too big. And this is the low profile one, and it's still not gonna fit because the heatsink right here But the video card, I should give you guys a measurement. Get the measurement, show you guys. It's about, the video card you could probably fit up here about 5.5 inches, somewhere on there. 5.5, because this, see this video card right here? It's about 6 inches, 6.5. But the fan is installed in the middle, so when you install the video card, it works perfectly fine. See right here? It's not blocking it. See, because the fan is so small. So this will work fine. And so guys, I'm going to install the video card. Install the video card, put the latch back here, connect back the latch. And this video card, this one I installed only measures, let's see what the measurement is on it. It's about 5.5 inches too, so it's pretty small. About almost 6 inches, somewhere on there. Okay, so we install the video card. See the slot right here, the black one? That looks like a PCI Express X16 slot, but it's actually running X4 speed, so it's a lot slower. You can install any video card over there, but it's not a PCI X16 slot because it's wired as X4 right here, the black one. So it looks just like X16, but it's running X4 speed right here, the black one. So you have to install in the blue one to be in the X16 cells right here, X16 speed. So what we're gonna do is connect back to the cable here, the power for the 24 pin right here, the mini. And so that's about it, you guys. We upgraded the power supply, optical drive from hard drive to solid state drive. We upgraded the heatsink, we upgraded the processor, and we upgraded the video card and the memory. So yeah guys, all you have to do is put the side cover back on, and you're gonna connect your monitor directly to the video card and go to NVIDIA. You're gonna go to NVIDIA.com and get the drivers for it. So yeah guys, this has been the end of the video. This is Dell Optiplex